Hey, how's it going? My name is Jackie Fish and welcome back to some more Total War Rome 2. Yesterday, I went ahead and live streamed an entire Carthaginian legendary campaign. It was a lot of fun and what I probably consider the hardest campaign start in vanilla Rome 2. However, a lot of people were coming into the stream and telling me that it wasn't in fact Carthage, it was actually Epirus, and that wasn't just like one or two people, there was like a good 10-15 people coming in and being like, what? I thought Epirus was the hardest. So what I thought would be kind of fun in today's kind of video is to dive in as a campaign as Epirus and kind of debunk that theory, because honestly I don't think it is really that hard to play as Epirus. It's obviously challenging, but if you do a few things in the early game you can just blitz your way through and be absolutely fine. So yeah, and again, I haven't actually played this campaign. I loaded into it really quickly just to kind of see the starting situation. It's even better than I thought it was, honestly, because you actually own Larissa. I thought Macedon owned Larissa because they do in DEI, or at least another faction does in DEI. So yeah, we're just going to dive in as Epirus. We're going to play on Legendary, and I'm going to show you guys that Epirus isn't as hard as everyone makes it out to be. And if you do a few things, you can set yourself up for a pretty interesting campaign. You have a few good stats to start off with. The melee defense in your own territory can be pretty useful, but we're not going to be using it too much, I don't think. And then you also get some good public order stuff, which again doesn't really affect you, because the hardest part of this campaign is obviously going to be the early game, getting through Athens and Sparta. I can definitely see why people did suggest this is a hard campaign, because you've got Macedon, Sparta, Athens, and Rome all around you. However, you can quite quickly take out the first two in the beginning of the game, and then you can deal with Rome with a navy. You can deal with Macedon once you own Athens, which is a super rich city, and Sparta itself. You can think about moving into Crete, and just, yeah, it's just nowhere near as difficult as Carthage is, because Carthage you have to worry about all your provinces split up. You have to worry about conquering non-Punic culture. You have to worry about Rome. You have to worry about all the Spanish. You have to worry about Syracuse. You have to worry about Africa, and your units suck. I think one of the biggest things which Epirus has going for itself is it is just a Greek nation, and you get access to amazing units right away. I mean, you already have a unit of elephants, which is super useful. You have levy pikemen. You have hoplites, mid-tier hoplites, which are absolutely insane, and they cost you barely anything. Carthage takes a little while to get them, and they just don't have the economy. I'm pretty sure we're almost making as much from our two cities as Carthage is, and we have two armies right away and a navy. It's really good. It really, really is. However, obviously, all the rest of the Greek settlements do have two armies as well. You have Sparta here with two armies, and you also have the Athenians right there. Interestingly, as well, the Athenians are under Macedon. We start off at war with Sparta, so they're not actually anything to do with Macedon, which is good. But yeah, if we want to declare war on Athens, we have to worry about Macedon then backing them up. And that's something you want to try and avoid in the early game. And yeah, you basically want to try and get Athens to declare war on you. They might not. It's really up in the air. But basically, this is a good tactic for any hard faction at the beginning of the game. Basically, you want to do is you want to rush as fast as you can. Spam recruitment, spam mercenaries, and just go and kill these guys before they can recruit a good army. So let's do that now. Let's bring down this army from Apollonia really quickly. We're going to force march it just so it's in position for next turn, and we can make our move in if we need to. And we'll bring this army down who can. And there's an interesting question here. We could just trespass on Athens to try and convince them to attack us. We're not going to. We have plenty of opportunities to recruit men. We're just probably just going to grab some pikemen. Again, getting access to pikemen at the beginning of the game is insane. You can basically win any campaign like that. Again, we're just going to grab some barrack stuff. I mean, it doesn't really matter what we pick up here, I don't think. No tech is really that useful. I mean, again, this is pretty good, so I guess we'll just grab that. We're not going to bother buying any mercenaries quite yet. We will do that before we leave our territory, but there's no point recruiting them now, because then we're going to have to pay for the upkeep, and we're not fighting anyone this turn, so we can hold off another turn before we push in. You also get access to some special factional mercenaries as well from the Tarentine cavalry and the mercenary hoplites, so there's plenty of units we can recruit from. We can even grab some elephants. Probably not worth the money this early on. We're going to make sure that we don't spend any money on improving any of these cities. There's just no need to at the moment. We kind of want all the troops under our control as quickly as possible. So we're going to save all our money for mercenaries, and we're going to stick taxes all the way up to max. It does increase public order by -15, but that's absolutely fine. We should hopefully be able to blitz Sparta, and we should hopefully be able to blitz Athens before that's really even an issue. And with our navy stockpiled in, you could think about getting rid of this, because that would save you an extra 200 gold, but it's not really that super necessary. Another reason why this campaign is much easier than Carthage is that you only have to worry about one party. Now, on Legendary, they can be kind of difficult to manage 3 parties because you have -25, but with only one party, you can kind of just get a couple generals from the party, from the Disciples of Zeus, and win some battles with them, and you'll be absolutely fine. And you just don't really have to worry about that. As well as that, you're already a kingdom. If you play as Carthage, you start off as a republic, which is this basically, and you have on top of that a -10. So it's really scary at the beginning of the game playing with a -25 political debuff, and then also having another -10 on top of that. Like, we already have one because of First of Power, they're just always going to be -10, but imagine with an additional -10 for being a republic as well. You'd already be at a -20, and then that's across 3 different parties as well. It's almost impossible to kind of manage it. You can, but it is very difficult in the early game, because after the 20 turns, you don't really have any money to be spending on upgrading, like improving relations with parties, because you're having to focus on fighting several tribes in Spain, Rome, Syracuse, and Africa all at the same time, which can be very, very difficult. We could do some diplomacy. You definitely could try and get some non-aggressions with the North. I think one of the ways you can probably get around fighting Macedon is probably just doing some non-aggressions with them. They don't actually want to do anything. We also have military access for some reason. I'm not really too sure why. And you could probably end up paying Athens for peace if you wanted to really, or sorry, pay them for a non-aggression if you wanted to. We're not going to bother with that. We're going to kill them. So yeah, that's basically our first turn. We want to make sure that we push taxes all the way up, which we've done. Our armies are recruiting, which is perfect. Nothing else needs to be done here, which is great, so we will just end the turn. So yeah, basically we're looking for Athens to declare war on us if they want to. If they do, it's great, we'll go for Athens, and that's exactly what they do. So now we're at war with Athens and Sparta, but we're not dragged into a war against Macedon. So really, this is the best case scenario, because the sooner we get Athens, the sooner we start making bank. Athens is a super rich city, and they're actually going to sally out against me, which is absolutely fine. We could win this battle if we fought it. I don't know if I want to. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll fight it. We have pikemen, we have elephants, we also have some javelins. Sure, let's fight this one. I think our pikes will win this one, so we'll dive in. Sometimes this doesn't happen, and then I'll get my recruitment, and I'll get my mercenaries, and I'll be able to blitz through Sparta if Athens doesn't declare war on you, and then you deal with Sparta. But this is just as fine. We should, if we win this battle, still get our recruitment. And then we can move on. Our reinforcements come on just here. So we'll speed this up as well, so we're not waiting forever. But we have elephants. We have, I think, superior cavalry. Maybe similar cavalry. Let's just organize this a little bit as well. But with the pikemen, we should be more than capable of dealing with them. And obviously, they're the AI as well. So let's just set ourselves up. We'll have, I guess, a nice little wall right here. Like so. We'll have our missiles. Like so. These are just normal slingers. They are just normal slingers, no Rhodian slingers. But we have the elephants, and we have our 2 cavalry. Are our cavalry the same as theirs? Hippasus Lancers, Hellenic Royal Cavalry. What's the difference between the cavalries? So what we have, 46, 27. Obviously, their charge bonus is probably going to be much superior. 46, 27. Oh, we can't see, right? Oh, yeah, we can't see on Legendary, can we? No. I forgot. But that's absolutely fine. So we're basically just going to want to get our pikes stuck into their hoplites. They're going to be kind of scary, but nothing we have to worry about too much, honestly. We should be able to deal with them pretty nicely. And obviously, I want to kill their missiles as well, so our pikes don't get slaughtered. So let's get Vim Slingers immediately onto them, and we'll save our javelin men for the rest. Obviously, the other soldiers as well. We'll get our pikes into that formation. Yeah, we'll get our pikes into a nice little pike wall already. And so that's on the right flank, which is good. And we just have the hoplites as well. So let's push up a little bit. Let's start sending our cavalry with the elephants on that right flank. And again, we can just play it a little bit faster, because I don't want to spend forever doing this stuff. Yeah, let's get the slingers to start hitting their slingers, I guess. Yeah, the javelin men are going to be kind of scary, but hopefully I can drag them around. And the elephants in the back should just absolutely slaughter, so nothing to really worry about too much. Then we have, yeah, we obviously want to kill their cavalry as best as we can, and then javelins are going to hurt, though. Let's get these cavalrymen round. Maybe I'm going to bring these guys back a little bit so they're not the main focus. And let's just get like a unit of cavalry in to maybe scare off some of their men. Elephants can continue to go around. We ideally want to get the elephants in onto their men, and we've scared off the cavalry, which is good. Scared off their units right there. And let's push up a little bit. Let's get the javelin men onto the hoplites. Any good at hoplites? No, they're all the same, so let's just get them onto these guys. And let's just, as I said, get these pikes involved. Obviously, be careful not to get 2v1'd on that side. Now, the missiles continue to hit them. But yeah, as I said, we really want to try and get the really, oh god, let's go down, boys. Pikes down, please. And then round there, perfect. Let's get this these elephants in, and obviously our general in as well. We'll let the javelins just continue to volley more and more into them. And you guys can move out. Pikes are now hitting them, which should be good. Elephants are getting stuck in. Elephants should absolutely demolish them. We'll let our missiles continue to hit their javelin men, probably. We have a spare unit of hoplites right there, so let's send them round. Yes, and our javelins are hitting them in the side. We'll massacre them. That's absolutely fine. We'll try and maybe get one of our generals in, obviously, also as well. We will spend an inspire point. Yeah, we'll spend an inspire on our unit there. And I guess we'll come in here to try and kill the missiles. They are outflanking me a little bit, but nothing to really worry about. Yeah, these high passes lancers are very scary, honestly. They really are. So let's just keep on trying to avoid them. And we've already killed one general. That should be a big morale shock. We might have to go in here just to stop them from breaking me. But let's, again, just keep our units alive. We're going on to their javelin men, which is perfect. And the cavalry's one there, and that should basically be the battle. So you can definitely, you know, just by getting these pikemen early on, you can really do a good job. And if you really don't feel confident, what you can do is you can also just commit to getting them mercenaries a turn earlier. If you get them mercenaries a turn earlier, then you really don't have to worry too much about anything else. So we might as well bring our cavalry back just to help out. They have broken my hoplites right there. I guess it's to be expected, but what we'll do is we'll send him right there. It's a pretty bad charge for me right there, but we'll get our cavalry in just to help out elsewhere. Bring these guys back in as well, as we do have some hoplites to deal with, but we'll hopefully try and make a big break there on what remains of these hoplites. Unfortunately, nothing else left right there. Get these guys into a nice wall, and then we'll get the missiles just to hit them in the back. And again, we should deal with the other general pretty quickly with these elephants. The elephants are a great unit to kill enemy cavalry. Elephants just obviously terrify cavalry, and they do a really nice job of dealing with them. So basically just want to hammer and anvil with our cavalry. We could also go after these slingers. Don't think it's super necessary. So we're going to a nice little diamond formation, get stuck in here as well, with the pikes hitting them, and a constant cavalry charges, then pushing them onto their own pikes. Obviously there's no friendly fire, which is nice. We will be able to win this, you know, kind of pretty convincingly, and then we'll be able to push on and take Athens in a nice little auto resolve. As well as that, garrisons are pretty small in the game, so that's not really something we have to worry about too much. Our slingers are getting pretty pounded, but now with that going down as well, we'll basically free up an entire unit of cavalry to bring back as well. So we'll get our elephants back, and we'll get our cavalry back as well, and that should basically see these guys taken care of. So you can quite convincingly win a battle like this, especially as we push in the elephants. We've got some more pikes left remaining. And we'll obviously look to charge down these units as well. You know, make sure we chase down as many of these guys as possible. We don't really want any of these armies standing. And that's basically the AI beaten, as Athens beaten. Sometimes they won't attack you. Sometimes they'll choose to just kind of sit back and let you go after Sparta. Basically, what you do if they don't attack you is you just immediately go after Sparta. If Sparta are recruiting, they shouldn't be able to recruit because they'll get their recruitment the turn after you. So you should be able to blitz Sparta with your recruitment, and you just spam mercenaries on that turn. Basically do what I'm about to do. And because we won this battle, we should still get our levy pikemen we're currently recruiting. So we'll get them 4 units, and we'll get some mercenaries, and we'll be able to take out Athens. So already, like, this campaign, from people, you know, saying that this is supposed to be the hardest campaign, you know, already we've already killed Sparta, and we're about to take Athens, one of the, if definitely not the richest city in the game, but one of the best cities in the game. Just like that, we've taken it, which is very nice. These armies are absolutely battered, and we have a few decisions to make as well. We could enslave them. I think I'm just going to release the prisoners. I think that's probably the best thing to do, because there's no other allies in our war we have to worry about by doing this, and it gives us more money for gives us more money for mercenaries, which is great. And as you can see, we wipe both the armies. They should go back and shouldn't recruit any more mercenaries. Sparta is going to come in, though. I wasn't expecting that. Again, pretty easy battle to fight. How long have we been going? 15 minutes, absolutely fine. Let's just dive in. We have the cavalry. They don't actually have any cavalry. And we have some infantry as well. So we'll fight this, and this is even better than I could imagine. We're killing another Spartan army here. Again, obviously they have, you know, proper good men, but we still have elephants up alive and other stuff along them lines. So we'll be fine to deal with this. We'll just get our 2 cavalry units in and hammer and anvil them to death. So nothing really that scary. Obviously we are pretty battered and bruised, but yeah, it'll be fine. So we'll just, yeah, continue just to form up again. We'll play on triple speed for the majority of this. Let's get our pikemen set up like so, as they are going to be pretty useful. And we might lose a unit here. It would suck to lose a unit, but it's not, again, as I said, the end of the world. We're probably just going to really clump up as well. Get the missiles to move in. Elephants, obviously, we have to be careful not to run into their slingers. The cavalry should be more than capable of dealing with this. And slingers can just push up and start hitting them almost immediately. We've got plenty of cavalry left remaining. We basically just need to make sure that our men don't break, but the pikes should be able to keep them at range. The reason I lost as many men in the last battle was because I did commit way too many men I committed way too many men to charging them. My pikes have just stood still, and that was obviously the much more effective way of getting stuck in. So let's move in. Let's, if we can take out these javelins, so it basically gives our elephants free roam, which would be amazing if we can deal with them. Where's our other? We've got elephants there, and we've got you guys there. I mean, yeah, you guys might as well go in there. It's a pretty risky charge, obviously going into the side of these guys, but we can now just pull out, which is fine. I need these javelins to be hitting their general unit. Our general is under attack. Do I leave him in? I guess I leave him in. I guess I'd be a bit risky and just leave him in so we can route these missiles. I mean, I probably pull out now once their general unit is coming in. Yeah, we broke their missiles, which is great. I'll make sure I chase them down so they don't come back from routing. And boom, just like that, we've already done with that. We'll get these guys into a nice formation. The Malay pikemen can move up and deal with that. So, you know, as you can see, like, these smaller battles are really easy to fight, especially when you have cavalry superiority, which I think is just one of the advantages of playing as like a Hellenic faction and why it's so much easier, because Carthage don't get access to any cavalry until they hit rank 2 barracks, which again is a lot of money to invest. You can get obviously noble horse and stuff, but the mercenaries are just so expensive. You guys should definitely be pulling back as well. Definitely get on the skirmish mode. Elephants into the back of these guys. We'll throw in our cavalry there as well. And obviously we're just going to need to try our best to kill that unit right there. With the elephants in as well and other infantry, they shouldn't really last too long. We could even throw these guys in, but as I said, I do desperately want to try and kill the general unit. The heroes of Sparta are, insane, or royal Spartans in this variant. But yeah, with the elephants, with our general in here as well, we've already broken that one unit, and we can basically just rinse and repeat for the rest of this battle. You know, we can basically just rinse and repeat, get the elephants out of there, get all our missiles coming in, we'll slaughter that general. We've got another unit of cavalry coming back. You guys just form up there. We have this cavalry around. This is a little bit scary, but nothing too upsetting. Pikes down, please, boys. Pikes down, pikes down. There we go. Pikes are down. Deal with the Spartans. Absolutely fine. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons I lost so many against the Athenians, is because I just pushed my pikes up. I was being a bit lazy. But once again, just move in here with the elephants as our support. And as I said, the main issue, so that's a great charge into the back, and the elephants come in with shock and trample. One of the deadly things with the elephants is that they trample and kill a lot of the dead. But yeah, one of the main issue in this battle is going to be the Royal Spartans. So that's what all our missiles want to focus, and we can hopefully just kill everyone else. And the pikes hold the front line amazingly. And then next time we're going to have 4 more pikes. And the Spartans only have 1 army. The Athenians don't have a single army. So yeah, it's another unit of Royal Spartans dealt with, and we barely lost any men. So again, let's just rinse and repeat. We'll set up our pike line here. The elephants and the cavalry just get ready to come round. We still got missiles hitting them as well, which is quite nice. We're obviously going to need to deal. I mean, maybe just killing the general was a good idea. But either way, we'll just push out one way or another. Some pikes are coming down. You guys, you guys are not going to get your pikes down, unfortunately. So I guess we're going to have to go for the general unit, because the pikes aren't. This unit of pikes is all over the place, and yeah, it's going to get run into, kind of deadly. But let's do this a little bit more efficiently then. Let's get a nice little diamond formation. Give the elephants to move in kind of soon. So you guys go in there, you guys go in there, and we'll get the elephants in as well. And again, that should just be a massacre. Well, Stampede as well, right? Yeah, Stampede for the extra charge bonus. So they can just, again, trample on a lot of the enemy men. And because there's no friendly fire from my pikes, it's just, yeah, look at the numbers drop from a real Spartan unit. It's, yeah, pretty horrific as they all try and get back up. You know, our units are getting a little bit wounded, so we will just kind of get them out of that wedge formation. For now, inspire one of the units. And as I said, it's not going to be easy to break the Royal Spartans, but you definitely can do it. So let's pull out our general units now, just for now. We'll leave the elephants in. Most likely we could pull them out again and just rinse and repeat. I mean, honestly, there's no real reason not to. We'll pull out the elephants. Oh, that sucks. That shouldn't really be an issue. And honestly, it doesn't matter too much. It sucks to lose a general, though. It really does. We lost both our generals? Oh, no. That's really bad. Losing both our generals is awful. And again, we'll just run down, you know, what remains of these guys. Don't really want any of them. Man, losing both the generals is brutal. It's the enemy general unit done, and these guys should be gone as well. Perfect. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's unlucky, considering we both had like 20 men left. Both of them battles were kind of unfortunate to lose them generals. But not the end of the world, you know. We're going to have to pay some money now. Like, yeah, we could do without paying the money because we obviously want the mercenaries. But we've made 1,000 gold or so from winning both of these engagements. So, you know, it's, yeah, definitely a downside. And maybe could have been a little bit more safe and just thrown in the elephants and we probably would have won. I just wasn't expecting our general to die on half HP, you know. Sometimes in Rome you can just get unlucky and that does happen. So now when we go back, we're obviously going to get our turn of recruitment, which is going to be great. We killed the Spartan army. We should still get our recruitment because we haven't moved. As long as you don't retreat, you still get your recruitment. Yeah, losing both them generals is pain. Look at that, 34 men, over half and just under half. God damn. We will release the prisoners again for the extra money, as we're going to need it because we're going to have to recruit some generals. Their agent's going to try and take down mine. This is even better for us as well right now, is because by attacking this army, we're going to draw out the garrison. Which is a really efficient way of killing garrisons without having to take a walled settlement on, is fighting an army outside of the settlement, because that way we can utilize it. So yeah, losing both. Oh, they're actually free, and we have some people of our family, so they're actually fine. Honestly, the Hellenic Royal Guard is probably better, because it's just like an impossibly to kill unit of cavalry. It doesn't really matter who we get, we obviously just want free people. So we don't spend any money that way. Epirus is dead. A new leader though, Alexander. Alexander the Strong. Got a food shortage and stuff like that. So we will take men to attrition. And yeah, this is kind of a problem. But again, this is so early on. We have the 20 turns of protection. Don't have to worry too much about that. And because we haven't got food as well, I should have deployed this agent. Make sure you deploy this agent early on so you can do it. But we have 5 grand in the bank right now. And we're not taking our attrition quite yet. So we might as well get as many of these guys as possible. Also, like, how you can get 4 of your spearmen who cost you next to nothing at the beginning of the game if you play as Epirus. Like, that's insane. We just kind of need numbers, cheap men for the auto-resolve now. So we all grab that up. And we should have enough, right? Because they have 9-man garrison. The Navy's a little bit of a bitch. We could have sent our Navy around maybe on forced march, but it's just not worth it. Spartans are recruiting. So it could honestly be, we can't get there though, unfortunately. No, we can't get there. I was going to say, it could have been a good idea to maybe come around and try and take the Spartans before they can recruit up, because they do have Spartan hoplites. But it shouldn't be too much to worry about. So let's just move in to enter this territory. Are there any cheaper mercenaries here? Because this is a different zone. There are indeed. We can get some Cretan archers, more Furios, super cheap Furios spears, some more javelins. And the extra unit of cavalry is nice as well. We have the money to do so. We'll bring up our second army as well, just so we're here. So yeah, they're gonna make sure they are actually up here, like that. So boom, this army should retreat. So even getting out, I don't know if that's even in range of the city now, which is kind of unfortunate. So let's go like here and there. So the city is now sieged, and you can see it's a pretty easy auto-resolve, just because we have their mercenaries. So we are just going to take that. We do take heavy casualties, but again, it's mainly mercenaries, which we're going to disband anyway. So let's just go on protective stance so we lose the least. And there you go, Athens is taken. That basically nullifies the Spartans, because now we can outproduce them, because we have 2 settlements, we have 2 provinces we can recruit from. And we could sack it, we could raise it, we're just going to occupy it, because The reason why you want to occupy it is because they're all Greek buildings. If this is a foreign culture, sure, sack it, loot it, take the money, because you're going to have to destroy the buildings anyway. But look at this. Because this is Greek, we get our food problem sorted out right away. We suddenly get another 650 gold early on. That is insane. Immediately just into our coffers. And now we can recruit double the time. So what we're going to do is we're obviously just going to level up our general. I like to take down the strategist because you get that movement range, which is just invaluable. And did the other guy level up? He didn't. We also get an armor. We get a horse upgrade as well. Oh my god. And we have a building slot here as well. Probably not going to take that immediately. And yeah, basically, I probably want this army inside the settlement. It doesn't matter for recruitment. We basically just want to set up here. I guess recruit some more men. What we could do if we wanted to is send an army back into friendly territory so we could recruit from this. Recruitment is done on a province versus province basis. So we could recruit, you know, some troops from Apollonia or from Macedonia, and we can recruit separately from Hellas, which is just absolutely amazing. So what we're probably going to do is we're probably just going to merge up these guys for income, so that we have obviously some sturdy troops if the Spartans decide to attack. It will save us a ton of cash, and we'll let the rest probably replenish. We'll take on our recruitment. Again, just some more pikemen because, I say slaughter, just boom, just like that. Some more missiles wouldn't be bad, but we have these guys. And if the Spartans do sally out, as they will be going up to 9 men, and maybe as some mercenaries, it would be a kind of a relatively hard battle, but nothing too crazy. And we're still making money. We still got loads of gold in the bank. So boom, that's Athens dealt with. Now, Athens can be a little bit harder, right, if they don't declare war on you, and they do come out and fight me. But I have, like, again, we just kind of do what we did previously, right? The garrison is useless, but we still have... Oh, the elephants are kind of depleted as well. Maybe I retreat here, but then I don't get my replenishment. But then the Spartan army isn't also rebuilding. We can just kill it next turn. I'm actually going to retreat, because what are they going to do? Attack the city? Oh, I did not realize they could do that. I did not realize... We shouldn't have retreated then, because we've lost our recruitment. I would have assumed that Athens would have blocked that with its zone of control, but I guess not. So yeah, now things are a little bit more difficult, but we have more infantry to deal with this. The extra mercenaries we picked up is absolutely great. Where are our reinforcements coming on? Ooh, reinforcements coming on the side of them. That's not great, honestly. It's not like a lot of reinforcements, but it's still enough that I want to try and rush over. We have way more pelters to deal with them. Before your spears melt them, and we also have some Tarentine cavalry to hit them as well. So this will be a fine battle. But you can see, like, these minor engagements, and what I could have done as well, I had money left over. I didn't think they would attack me, but we definitely could have bought some more mercenaries to stop this from happening. And just like that, now the Spartan army, when we win this battle, is going to be completely dealt with. So the Spartans are dealt with. We march on Sparta with some mercenaries, and we take that. So that's really the key to these campaigns, is to make sure that you're using mercenaries, and that's kind of what you just want to funnel through. And we're still on turn 2, turn 3, and we've already taken out Epirus, and we've taken out Athens, and we're soon to be taking out the other guys as well. So I'm just trying to form up, and yeah, that's one of the reasons as well we also merged our pikemen, so now they become way more effective. Let's just form up a bit of a battle line here. Fourier spears, I guess, can go on the flanks with all our missiles. The elephants are getting over here as well. Yeah, we're going to crush it. I need to be very, very conservative with my generals. Well, I mean, again, it doesn't really matter if we lose them because we're protected from civil wars and stuff. But I don't like want to make it like a habit to lose them. And again, we're going to focus down that general as best as we can. They have some javelins, right? And they also have some pikemen of their own. A little bit scary. We're going to focus down all the spears, though, more than anything else. And luckily as well, they are focusing on other stuff, which isn't too much of a big deal. Their stingers are coming in. We've got our pikes, which can now move in. Missiles doing a great job at taking care of them. As I said, we'll continue just to harass this general unit with javelins, and obviously go after these guys as well. The elephants need to be very careful. Now we'll come in here. They are protecting their missiles quite nicely, but we'll send in our elephants as well. So it shouldn't be too much of a hassle, and we should obviously rip these guys through with Tarentine. Obviously, they've got pikemen there as well. We can push in our own pikes to deal with them as well. Obviously, missiles as well can move around the flank. Elephants go after these missiles now. Perfect. Still got skirmishers just hitting there. We can obviously use our general cavalry unit as well pretty effectively. The pikes are down because I clicked them. Great. Missile. All the pelters are coming around. So we can obviously just hit them in the side. And these are proper peltists as well, rather than my javelinmen. So they actually really do melt the enemy units. And they do really have a lot of ammunition to deal with it as well. We've got pikes in their back. So again, you know, all of a sudden this is a pretty convincingly easy battle. We have some inspires we can pop up as well, just to make our men fight that a little bit more effectively. The elephants in the back as well. You know, again, pretty easy battle right here. Kill their missiles. And again, we'll obviously want to make sure we chase down as much as possible because, you know, we're going to obviously have to still finish these guys off with an auto-resolve. Yeah, we're losing some pikemen there, but nothing too scary with the elephants in the back as well. They should be more than capable of dealing with them. We can obviously use our cavalry as well. Just like do a quick hammer and anvil into their backs, get some casualties on them, and then pull out. We are trying to avoid losing any generals though. We also have all of this as well. Wasn't even using. Tarantine as well, up and fighting. Keep on killing them keep on killing them pikemen, please.
One of our units has gone berserk.
And the elephants are berserk, which is fine. They're fighting pikemen. Pikemen generally do get a decent bonus against elephants, so it's a little bit scary, but nothing we should really have to worry about. Again, we'll continue to focus down that. We'll continue to get a nice little charge off on these pikemen from the back. So avoid fighting them. We're going to get down here. Yeah, we should be able to hit into these guys before they get their pikes down.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
And the amazing things about the Furious Spearmen as well, they just lob into their backs as the enemy pulls out, which is just invaluable. Let's just get everyone right here. Get our general unit back into fighting. And how are these pikes still left alive? They're actually going to hurt me now as well. You guys out of ammo? You are, right? Yeah, our pelters are a little bit low. Obviously not a bad Spartan army to say the least, but not an amazing one either. Somehow this unit of pikemen, like this is just like they're enveloped by cavalry, and yet they're still standing. Let's get them out of there as well. Yeah, throw your spears into the back of these guys and then charge, boys. You're point blank. Let's get stuck in now. And there you go. Boom, that's them dealt with. We still have ammunition left on this unit of javelins, so I guess just focus them down. And you guys are out, right? Yeah, you guys are out, so you just move in there as well. Might as well get a formation attack just to help out a little bit. Boom, boom, boom. I don't really want to commit to charging this general, honestly. And the garrison doesn't matter in the slightest, so let's just try and break everyone else. Did my elephants die? No, my elephants are still alive, right? And they are back from being berserk, so we might as well bring them back to the fight. And yeah, we're just going to kind of rinse and repeat here. Get the cavalry out of there. We're obviously going to lose the general unit, but our goal isn't to kill the general unit, right? It's to get Tarantine out of there. We're just losing garrison troops, so it really doesn't matter. We're just looking to break everything else as best as we can. So let's go into the back of these Spartans. We have no missiles left, which is fine again. And we are still constantly slingering these guys in the back, which is good. Elephants are going to be back momentarily. So we'll just look to try and break more of them and then go collapsing into the back of these guys. And then it's just the general unit. He's already down to half men. Probably triple speed it now. And obviously, as I said, we want to make sure that we do kill as many as possible. Because the more we kill, the less we're going to have to worry about later on. Oh, I actually caught my slingers. That's unfortunate. Bring them back. What we got here? So another unit of Spartan hoplites. Let's just push in. With everyone, just kind of doom ball our way around. We'll drop some inspires just to give us a bit more of a melee defense. And then hopefully break these guys with the elephants in as well.
The battle is turning in our favor.
There you go. That's them. And then we should just be able to shock the general unit. Obviously, he's going to be super scary. I'm going to probably avoid using any of my generals. Again, we don't want to lose generals if we can help it. Generals become a major part of the game. So we do want to make sure that we do keep them alive as much as possible. So let's just set up our formation, ready to envelop them. We're also missing an elephant all the way up there, which is kind of funny. Let's just move in. Elephants, I guess, can move in. He's already down to like half morale as well, so we'll just a quick envelopment, and that should see the battle won really. Just move in here with everyone. And again, as I said, try and keep the generals out of there. There's just no need for them to move in. They also have an inspire, which we can stick down on a unit or two. the double inspire. And we will continue this battle until we kill him. We want to make sure that they don't get any good generals. And obviously having this army completely wiped is amazing. So by killing the general, we have a much more a greater chance of doing that. And until we hear that the enemy general has been killed, we'll just continue to play it out, right? Continue to play it out, and there you go, perfect.
Dead.
So boom, just like that, Sparta no longer has an army. We have Athens. We're about to take Sparta. But unfortunately, we're not going to get our recruitment. I should have fought that battle. I thought they couldn't break through us because of Athens' zone of control, but I guess they can get around it. So I should have stood still because we would have had another 4 units of pikes if we did do that, which means we would have spent a lot less money moving in and yeah, on mercenaries basically to take Sparta. We are going to still need to take Sparta, which will have a garrison. I believe it actually has a special garrison maybe, or at least their like good unit is like a Royal Spartan unit because it is Sparta after all. So boom, just like that. So the Spartans dealt with now. You know, they'll probably recruit a general, but they shouldn't be able to recruit by the time we can get down there. And again, we'll just release them 500 gold. Yeah, they get a general, and this is good for us again because now we can force the garrison outside the city, which will give us a much better auto resolve chance. So we get slums. I knew we were going to do that, but it's fine. Slums aren't actually. Our slums are quite bad, right? Because we've got food shortage now. I forgot to even deal with that. They take a ton of food, right? Yeah. Sorry, I should have built something there. That was my bad. But we still have 3 grand, so it's nothing to worry about. So again, let's just merge up the boys. Get some of these guys. Some Goro skirmishers. I've never seen this unit in my entire life. No idea what that is. Again, we can just pick up some like Tarentine cavalry for 300 gold. It's insanely cheap. That's like enough to win us any battle. We'll just do that, right? Like, we obviously lose a lot of money, but now we can just move in. We also have this army as well to aid us. So we'll bring this army over here. We will attack this army. Again, if we... Oh, it's a spy, sorry. Can't, like, select... Oh, spy again. There we go, there's our army. Wait, what? Is this army not in range to reinforce? Problem is, I don't know if I retreat if I have enough movement to then move back in, which is really unfortunate. Again, we could slaughter this because it's outside the city. We can just do exactly what we just did. All right, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it off camera because you guys have already watched me fight these battles a million times. It's fine. We didn't use our army, but we have 3 units of fresh Tarentine cavalry. They're going to absolutely massacre them. We don't really have a front. Well, we do have a front line. We have 3 units of Furious Spearmen and some infantry. So, I mean, this video has only been 38 minutes long. Maybe we'll just quit our triple speed through this because it should be fine. Cool battlefield as well. Very cool battlefield. And we're fighting downhill at them as well. I mean, what more do you want from this? So we actually also have a really good front line as well. Let's move forward. They're obviously going to get their big blob of reinforcements. Ideally, I want to get this general unit down, like, immediately if I can help it, because he'll be way ahead. And we also have a unit of Cretan archers. Like, how is this battle anywhere near this close? Yeah, and realistically, I should have my army. So I've made sloppy mistakes, and this has been pretty easy so far, right? Even for like a newer player, like obviously winning the battles is important, but I don't think it's like impossible to make that happen. You know, you can quite easily do that. You just need to like utilize your men. Basically, just do what I did, and you should be fine. And if Sparta obviously does not declare, if Athens doesn't declare war on you, you basically just go for Athens first. And you might have to fight. You might have to then fight a bit of a harder battle against Macedon. But it shouldn't be too difficult, honestly. Let's just envelop this general unit. We will like hammer and anvil it as well. Get them to turn their backs to us. So yeah, just basically, you know, seizing this unit way out of position. Now we'll pull out, and we'll just let the javelins continue to come in. And that's basically an entire general unit killed right off the bat. We'll lose a few horses by doing that, but we're basically just trying to like funnel them around and get them all messed up. And so we're hitting them in the back and in the side. And these charges obviously just become very effective. So we'll just move in again. Probably just move in with everyone this time. And just try and like quickly kill them. Because again, they're not really very formed up. They throw javelins on the charge. And they're still waiting for their reinforcements. So this is definitely one of the things you have to take advantage of. When it comes to when it comes to units outside the city, is you can just attack this army and then it'll bring the garrison outside.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
We have lost all our ammunition on our Tarantine. Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god!
Our general has fallen.
You should also be paying attention. How the hell do they come on behind me? I thought they were, oh my god, I thought they were going to come on from the front of me. That is, yeah, pretty messed up, honestly. Losing our general like that is painful, but not the end of the world. They've also just completely left their missiles here, so we get to kill them.
Our men flee.
Can't believe we lost our general there. That is insanely bad. We still have all of our missiles left, though. We'll just send these javelins to deal with this general unit. Oh my god, I can't believe we lost our general unit. We also need to chase these guys for a little bit longer. Oh my god. Yeah. So even with these mistakes, we're still doing absolutely fine. So, you know, it's not yeah. Not the worst thing in the world, and we'll obviously go deal with this as well. And basically we'll just push up the hill. We have cavalry everywhere to go. We have this unit of javelins still with ammunition left. Like, missiles in the early game are definitely your friends, I guess, especially against these Greeks, because they are so lightly armored. Let's go on normal speed now, just for now. Yeah, sure, missiles can go after these guys. You guys all have your javelins as well. Like, it's going to be brutal. We might as well obviously just focus them down. We have pikemen. We have a unit of pikemen over here quickly getting over. They can obviously go into the flank. All the cavalry can now move into position. All the missiles are just going to be brutal. We have Cretan archers as well who can help out. Just start throwing Tarantine in. They're going to sit there, just keep on hitting them. A unit's turned its back to us. Like, let's go. And these again are much easier fights because we're fighting the garrison. We're not fighting a proper Spartan recruited unit. These are just like garrison youths from Sparta. So they break so much quicker than what we were used to. You guys get your pikes down now. Oh, these are all pikemen anyway. Okay, good. Let's get them back then. Immediately. And boom, just like that, like the armed Spartans are broken. Their garrison is killed. We have Sparta dealt with. We have Athens dealt with. Macedon's really our only like worry. But honestly, like, I mean, what's there to really worry about? Honestly, you know, like we've got more cities in Macedon now. We should be able to field way more men. Our cities are undeveloped. I'll give you that. Like, that's one of the downsides of doing. But they're not even undeveloped. Like, that's the thing. Our cities aren't even undeveloped because how are them pikes losing there as well? Come on. We'll just shoot these guys now. Like our cities aren't even undeveloped. This is still like turn 2. This is literally turn 2 still. So you know, it's not even like we're like completely outmatched. We are losing some men here, but definitely not going to lose a battle. So it's fine. We have so many missiles left that these pikes are just going to melt. Get our cavalry out as well. Ideally, you obviously want to try and keep as many units alive, so it makes the next part a little bit easier. Yeah, all our pelters can just hammer these pikes. It should basically be GG. We've got some more missiles turning up as well. It's been taken care of. I mean, we obviously want to kill these guys as well. We also have some cavalry, so we could definitely be doing this a bit more efficiently if we needed to.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Keep on hammering and milling. We still have some Cretan archers with arrows as well. We might as well go on fire arrows as well, just try and break them a little bit quicker.
Our men flee the field.
So we're going to be infantry round as well. I am being a little bit sloppy here, if I'm being honest. I'm just being a little bit sloppy. But we'll move in with some more men as well. Just looking to break these pikemen now. It's really all they've got left, so let's just move in. And finish them off. Oh my god, have I actually maybe have messed this one up? Oh my god, come on. No. No. I've actually maybe just given this one up. So you can see, when you get a bit too cocky, maybe you do suffer a fact of losing. We need to get off into normal shots. Fire arrows was not the right thing to do. But it's fine. 3 of our spears should be enough to hold. But yeah, losing our cavalry, I thought the cavalry charge, like, their pikemen are holding, but I guess that's legendary for you. Let's get Cretan archers in. Our men should be enough to hold. Let's bring these guys out. It's only the Cretans who have ammunition left, so they can just focus down the pikes. And we'll leave the Furios in. So, yeah, even with, like, I mean, not exactly playing well, I'm just kind of trying to speed run it. we still managed to win a decisive victory here. And I guess we will continue because we do need to still kill some of these guys. So the garrison is a lot smaller, so we can just walk inside the city. But we did lose way too many men. So you guys can do this so much better than I can. It's probably enough. No need to string it out too much. Yeah, you guys can do this way better than I did. We lost 400 men. You know, it's fine. You know, and again, like, that's the thing. Like, you get access to so many better men than Carthage do, and the men, but Carthage still get access to some like noble fighters and noble cavalry, but you can't afford it. You don't have a single province. All your settlements are really spread out, and you don't have the money to invest into your cities because you're fighting everyone from the get-go. Just in the past 45 minutes, I've conquered the south of Greece. I've taken some of the richest cities in the game. My armies, or my generals, should be a bit more upgraded. But obviously, they died, which was just unfortunate, unlucky. But I've dealt with 2 very strong... Oh, we lost another general? Oh, yeah, because he got shot, didn't he? We might end up losing the game because we run out of generals. Who even becomes our general now? Do we have any family members left? Or is Epirus completely taken care of? I don't know. Literally don't know. I think it just auto spawns or someone, and that's why like maybe taking the spears is just a good idea this early on, especially against the AI. So boom, just like that, we'll take Sparta now. And again, there's no reason to sack the city because it's our culture. It's 100% Hellenic, so all the buildings will be Hellenic. So we'll just occupy it. General levels up as well. Boom, boom, boom. We are losing a little bit of money. That's because of all our mercenaries. We'll clean that up right now by just doing that. Because mercenaries are so cheap to recruit. They really are. We're going to take attrition anyway, so who really cares? Again, just boom, boom, boom. I want to keep the elephants alive and stuff because they're expensive to recruit. We'll move back into Athens. And yeah, there you go. There you go. Now, Apollonia is a little bit scary, but again, if I was playing this a bit more serious, I probably would have played the RDA for a non-aggression. They even want it right now because I guess we are quite strong. We'll give them a little bit of money. I guess, and they're really poor as well, so this makes it quite effective.
We cannot agree.
Now, let's just throw 900 gold at them. Now we don't have to worry about the RDA. Macedon like us, so we don't actually have to go to war with Macedon if we don't want to. We can look to, kind of complete the region if we want to. We can look to complete the region of Crete, go after this if we wanted to. Obviously, we can get rid of this barracks as well. Yeah, we can get rid of a barracks. We don't need both of these. We can probably start getting access to that marble resource. We already have lots of food. We don't have lots of food, but we have enough food. The only reason we ran out of food is because our spy no longer is stealing. But we can do that now. So now we've got food helping us out. So we'll only attrition for 1 more turn. Just upgrade that really quickly. And now you basically have a choice. You've got a solid foothold. You've got 4 settlements, which is great. You have a very good economy. Obviously, we are going to probably wrap it down to this now. So our economy isn't amazing. But what you could easily do is just disband. You could, you could span one of these armies quite comfortably and rebuild it. Just levy pikemen. I could just quite easily do that. We're making 2 grand. The elephants are left alive. We could just do this as well. And just basically rebuild it in Athens. Like, realistically, you could just do this as well. You obviously do need an army because Athens is going to rebel. Apollonia is now very slowly being unhappy. This is fine once we get rid of the slums and stuff. We have food here. And there you go. That's the campaign basically done. The only kind of shaky thing is politics because we've been stupid and losing generals. But I believe that will go in the next 18 turns. And we're literally on turn 2. Or turn 3. We're literally on turn 3. And I've secured all of this. So definitely, Epirus is not the hardest faction in the game. I've got a solid base. I'm making lots of money. I can rebuild an army of pikes now. I can just rebuild 6 units of levy pikemen, support them with a bunch of mercenary Furios or a bunch of Tarentine, bunch of elephants, whatever the hell this unit is. And I can go and take Crete. That'll give me great power there. I'll just use my navy. I'll just upgrade this navy, probably get a better port in Apollonia, and that'll be our defense against the Romans. So they basically can't ever sail men across because my fleet will kill it. And that's basically it. You can make friends with Macedon. You can kill Macedon. Honestly, probably making friends with them would be better. Now, obviously, that strategy wouldn't work if you had to then go to war with Athens. But you can provoke Athens. What you could do, honestly, turn 1, is you could just stick an art, buy a bunch of mercenaries and trespass in Athens, and they'll probably declare war on you. Or just keep on restarting the game until they do declare war on you. Because I think it's 50-50 whether or not they will do it at the beginning of the game. And just befriend Macedon. Upgrade your provinces for now. Macedon will be a great bastion to support your north. You can get a non-aggression with them quite easily. Maybe even get a defensive alliance at some point, get trade with them. And again, that was all without trade as well. We could have been making more money from trade. So yeah, hopefully that kind of gives you guys a good idea about how Epirus isn't the hardest faction to play. I think Carthage is way hard, like way harder than this. Because in 2 turns, 3 turns, we're probably one of the strongest factions in the game. So yeah, we're in very rich land as well. And as I said, you could quite easily go after Pella if you wanted to, just to unify this region, because look how much money it's making. You could quite easily do that. Or you could just leave it for a while, let Pella upgrade, the AI will upgrade it for you, deal with the RDA in the north, or, as I said, go after Crete just to kind of complete this province, which I think is probably a really good idea. Yeah, and just make absolute bank. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you like this type of video, let me know in the comments down below. It would be fun to do some more of this. If you think there's another harder faction out there, let me know in the comments. We could do this video again. If you guys think there really is another harder faction out there, I'll definitely give it a go. And I'll see you guys in the next one.